Like the video and subscribe to our channel right now and get 1 week of amazing luck. This video takes a quick look at 12 scary things you'll miss when you blink, so let's begin. Number 12. Strange creature. This video features a terrible creature that is difficult to describe but is encountered by a few people. What's worse is that everything took place in complete darkness. Fortunately for us, everything was captured on camera and released online. This is what took place. The camera person zooms closer on the strange semi-human monster as if realizing everyone was staring at it, giving the impression that the incident happened in a park. No one in the comments wanted to go over and investigate until it suddenly leapt up and vanished. We are unsure of what it was. Number 11. A young girl dancing to the camera. Since everyone wants to show off their dance moves on social media in this day and age, the young girl at the razzmatazz is not left out and must demonstrate her skills to the audience. Sadly, she is more focused on her movements than on her surroundings. A closer glance at the video reveals a young woman who appears pale. There appears to be a ghostly figure behind the staircase watching her. But, because we are unsure of the planet it originated from, we cannot be certain of identity. The creature has a blank gaze that makes you question what its purpose is. If this woman had noticed it sooner, I guarantee she would have screamed for helping hands. Number 10. Events in a haunted house. She even claimed that the monster touched her cheeks while she slept after seeing strange motions and voices in her home. She went one step further, sprinkling flour on the ground to record their footprints. An odd person loomed behind her during a live broadcast she recorded the day before. The entity was visible to her viewers but not to her. She focused in and saw two hideous-looking monsters at the window. Why would these unusual events follow her to another room when it appeared that they were spying on her as a mystery? Days later she goes to a hotel and finds that nothing has changed. She is not at peace, and the lovely room is also haunted. Number 9. The face in the basement. This video depicts two scared women entering an eerie abandoned cellar. It's unclear how long it had been unoccupied, but this kind of scene is common in historical dramas. Despite being aware of the risks associated with abandoned places, they nevertheless decide to explore. As they go closer, they start to feel uneasy, but they weren't prepared for what they saw. With such a large basement, it stands to reason that there are countless locations where trouble could be hiding. There were heaps of trash that were swallowed up by angular shadows. As they continue to solve mysteries, they appear to be excited. As soon as they open what appears to be a cabinet, a vacuous monster with luminous eyes stares at them. You can predict what happens next, but it seems like the beast has been watching them from the beginning. What would you do if you came across a strange visage in the darkness? Number 8. The Girl in Red. The family in this movie went on a vacation together on a remote mountain, and as they were making their way there, one of them pulled out his camera to record the lovely scene. Sadly, one of the family members passed away from an unknown illness after the vacation as we watch each member wave excitedly at the camera. Thankfully, there was video proof that they had shared special moments with him. One day they made the decision to show the video that had garnered numerous shockers. First of all, the deceased's face seemed unusual. It didn't resemble him. But that wasn't all. The film also prominently highlighted a girl in red who wasn't a member of the family. She followed closely behind them while wearing a severe expression because neither of them knew her or invited her for the trip. Do you believe she played a part in their loved one's demise? Many people described identical encounters with the girl in red after seeing this tape on TV, and they all culminated in the strange death of loved ones. In Taiwan, this girl has endured to this day as a terrible legend. Number 7. Exploration in a funeral home. RNK spent the entire day exploring what appeared to be an abandoned funeral house on YouTube. The results from the former funeral home seem to support the impression that the structure is haunted. The house allegedly shut down long ago as a result of questionable business practices. In the worst circumstances, the deceased's remains were not properly maintained and family members were not informed of the death of their loved ones promptly or even at all. What purpose, you ask? Likewise, I don't have any responses. As this YouTuber advances, he discovers more evidence that this funeral home was questionable in its business practices. He discovers an abandoned box with ashes inside of a plastic bag. Without a doubt, these are the remains of a long-gone person. The explorer opens the box further to see a message that reads, "Cremation services," as you're still trying to figure out how the ashes got there. If you notice numerous identical plastic bags scattered throughout the structure, you might be right. Who knows? This home might be inhabited by the ghosts of people who were not properly buried. Would you accept my invitation to come see us at this funeral home? Number 6. Strange sounds in a small house. A young man recorded his home after speculating that it might be inhabited by an evil spirit. In the first video, there is an eerie sound that appears out of nowhere. The second video is even worse because we can make out unintelligible phrases and a noise that sounds like a helicopter, yet there isn't an airport nearby or an airplane floating in the sky. This time, the sound is louder, making you think that something supernatural might be occurring underground. Number 5. Ghost on the menu. In the video, we observe a woman dining alone. A few seconds after she leaves the establishment, something odd occurs almost soon. Her napkins start to move abnormally. A few seconds later, a chair moves, then another one does the same. Soon after, a plate, a menu, and cutlery also start moving. The cutlery can't handle the pressure and falls to the ground with a loud clatter. Some claim that if this were computer-generated imagery, then the two women in the video would not have turned around as the cutlery fell to the ground. Others contend that the woman might have changed the circumstances by pulling a rope. After all, she left the restaurant after standing up. Is this yet another case of a spirit interfering with human affairs, or perhaps an elderly witch tricking us? Number 4. Men under the bridge. In this video, a young man and his buddies decide to on a nighttime road trip. What was first intended to be fun quickly turned into a terrifying nightmare. This bunch of guys got lost on a long, dark road. One of them thought it was humorous, so he started filming it, but things quickly changed. The automobile found itself on an interminable, black road with no light for miles as they were drifting through the night. Even though they believed the car was moving forward, they soon realized they were still in the same location under dim lighting. They were aware that they were lost, but they didn't know how to escape the situation or why they were returning to the same location. Additionally, why did they keep returning to the same location? Perhaps unidentified forces were directing them there. The boys are shocked to discover themselves in a completely new area when, in a matter of split seconds, a light turns on. Isn't this meant to be a relief? They will find a man waiting for them under the bridge. Who could this man be, and why would he be chasing these little boys? He stands up and begins to pursue them. Nobody is certain of what Number 3. A TikTok user scare. A TikTok user shared a video that she classified as the most terrifying experience of her life. What transpired in the video appeared to be normal, as follows. She was filming the room with her partner, and what she thought would be a humorous moment quickly turned into the most terrifying experience of her life. As the film begins, we see her and her boyfriend discussing strange noises in their room. He initially doesn't believe her, but eventually comes closer to see for himself. Before he reached the door, he heard banging and swinging that suggested a friend was attempting to frighten them. The boy leaps onto the bed in fright as the door unexpectedly pushed open on its own. It's okay to say that the couple is alone in the house and that no one is waiting behind the door because of the apparent seriousness in their response. What would you do if you were in their shoes? This appearance may pass for ghostly. Number 2. Spirit in the bedroom. Once a difficult day, we watch a young woman in this video trying to get some sleep. However, this doesn't happen once we notice the door moving wildly back and forth. She leaps up, clearly startled and perplexed. She peeks into the hallway to get a sight of what is happening. When she tries to get back to sleep after dismissing the possibility that a friend had visited as an idle supposition, the lights start to flicker. She grabs her phone and begins to type. She is messaging someone. Another supernatural entity is the police. If the police arrive at her house, will they be able to assist her? The best response in situations like this is to fiercely hug a friend or scream into a pillow, but this woman seems perplexed. She doesn't appear to know how to proceed. Who would you call a friend if this were you? Number 1. Ghost or a UFO. The security camera caught an oval-shaped light moving in a circular path around the room. It began in the center of the image and then was captured. Do you ever experience any similar events? Share your story in the comment box now. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel for more amazing content.